All right, everybody, so welcome back. Welcome back to Jim Bob's Garden. So today what we're going to do is I'm going to plant another tree. And you're saying to yourself, why is he planting another tree? Well, a couple different reasons. One, I don't have this type of fig. This is what's called an Italian honey fig. This one right here. All right. And yeah, I know it looks pretty spindly right now, but it's going to get big and grow up and nice, make me some figs. The thing is, the honey figs are a sweeter fig from everything I've heard and read. So I wanted to get something that's a little bit sweeter. The brown turkey fig is a sweeter fig, but the Shiv fig isn't as sweet. It has a unique taste. I mean, it tastes like a fig, but not as sweet. So it's good, but I want to try a honey fig. And if I like it, then what I can do is I can take cuttings from that and propagate them like I have with my Shiv fig. And like I'm going to do, hopefully this year, with the brown turkey. Now, how many figs is too many figs? I don't know. How many trees is too many trees? Well, this, in this area, is what I'm calling my food forest. What's a food forest? Well, it's an area where you not only grow just trees, but you grow primarily trees. It's based upon a permaculture design that has 7 layers. You have your canopy, your lower level trees, let's see, what else is it? Your bushes, your vines, your ground, your underground, and I'm missing one other one there somewhere. But basically 7 different layers inside of a forest. And the idea being that rather than just random trees that are growing, what I'm growing is primarily going to provide food of one sort or another. Or it's going to provide support for the food-bearing plants. So anyway, so let's get to planting. I'm going to plant it here. I got a fig tree there. I think this is a good spot. Once the moringa behind me comes back, it should look real cool. Because it'll kind of be the over canopy. And then down below we'll have our secondary trees, which will be my figs and apples and lemons and such. Alright? So once again, once you decide you're going to plant a tree, then a good idea is to make sure that your hole is 3 times the size of the pot that the tree came in. Or thereabouts. Just like everything else in gardening, it's not an exact science, though some people try and make it scientific. I don't know how much science there really is. Now this seems to be really nice, fertile soil. Pull my pants on the ground, walking around with your pants on the ground. But this is like the 3rd layer of wood chips. It's kind of rotted down over the top of this. Had a lot of stuff growing here. Had tomatoes here and peppers last year. So between that and the fact that my compost isn't really ready yet, I'm not putting compost in this hole. Once I get some compost, I'll put it on the top. So the bottom's nice and loose all the way around. Let's get to planting. All right, so I got my hole dug, so we're just going to go ahead and push down on the pot, get it away from the plastic, and then, I don't know if you can see this or not, but my bamboo that's holding this tree straight ain't holding squat. It's just broke down at the bottom, doing nothing for me. All right. So let's get the tree out without beating it up too bad. Oh. Yeah, try not to beat it up, like I said. I'm trying to keep that plastic that says what it is. Though believe it or not, that's one of the purposes behind doing these videos, is so that I can remember what I planted and where. Much as I love doing them for you guys, I do have ulterior motives. Now somebody asked me once, what is a good companion plant for figs? And I'll be honest with you, I could not find anything at all on the subject. So I guess probably just about anything that shades it to a certain extent, and then provides a little bit of insect protection, though insects don't seem to bother these figs at all. Haven't had any issues whatsoever with all that. So, I mean, I would basically just plant around it anything you want planted around it. The more roots there are in the soil, the more things tend to want to grow. So, you know, just put maybe some flowers. Like I'll probably put some flowers over here, maybe a little bit of garlic or something in the back, I don't know. But I wouldn't worry about it too much. I will do a video later on about general companion planting for trees, and we'll see how that goes. All right, let me fill this hole in. Now, how full to fill it? I know that figs seem to like a lot of water, so once again, I'm going to leave a little basin here. All right, come here, Murphy. Come here, Murphy. Come on, sit down. Yeah, boy. All right, had to get a visit from Murph. Apparently my neighbor's home. All right, go. Ah! That's pretty much all there is to it. He comes, gets a little scratch, and off he goes. I don't know if you can hear Mama laughing in the background. Yeah. Apparently. Alright, so let me dump this dirt up in there. Alright, and then we'll form our basin. And once again, this isn't necessarily an absolute requirement of any sort. I just like it because it kind of gives me a gauge of how much water to put in. You know, just like everything else. Why you got to do this and you got to do that? No, you don't. Do what you want. Life finds a way, man. Things want to grow, so they're going to grow. If you get them in the ground and keep them with some moisture on them. Which, by the way, I got to say, yeah, I didn't water this, and we haven't had any rain in a long time. But them wood chips have made this still nice, damp soil. So, we've got some water down below there yet. Alright, so once you get it done like so, I'm going to grab my rake and pull the wood chips back over. Now on the fig trees, it doesn't seem like it's as big a deal to keep the wood chips or whatever mulch you have away from the base of the tree. It seems like it actually kind of likes it, and I will tell you, these are very easy rooting. So I'm imagining that what actually will happen is that it will go ahead and probably put out roots from the trunk that is covered, whereas other trees will actually rot. Now let me get a hose. Everybody needs some hose. Alright, now since I don't really have as big a basin as such, you kind of got to guesstimate how much water you're putting in. Usually what I do, I should talk real loud, but when it comes to water, usually what I do is I'll count about 10 on a new tree, 15 maybe, to try and get, you know, a good solid soak on it. All right, hey, look out, I'm gonna spray you. So that's a good 10 seconds, 20 seconds maybe. The dirt was already pretty moist here anyway. So there you go. That's pretty much all there is to it. I am on this one though. I'm gonna get a stake and try and make it grow up a little straighter. So I'll do that here in a second. Can you see me?
Yeah. Oh.
My head is in there?
Why you want to have your head? No, your
right.
belly is so. All right, so your head is.
You
Tell
see-
me,
can
keep
you
an
see the
eye
tree
on
too?
this, huh?
Can you see the tree too?
Yeah, part of
All
the tree.
right.
Yeah.
All right, so there you go. Now I got a fig tree planted. Really not a lot to it. My wife's behind the camera laughing. I just want you to know that. Anyway, so plant some trees. Trees are like money in the bank. All right. You know, they say you can't grow a money tree. I'm going to tell you that every tree you plant that produces food produces money, because food costs money. And if you're not spending money on food, that means you're saving it, which means that's a money tree. So you want to get rich, plant a lot of trees. Well, I don't know about all that, but it would definitely make you less poor. I can tell you that for sure. All right, so thanks once again for stopping by. Grow your own food forest. Check it. I mean, it's really neat, man. You can get all kind of neat stuff. I've got so many different trees here. You have to check out my walk around that I just did here, my spring walk around. I'll put a link to that in the video. But I've got a ton of trees, and all of them, well, most of them are producing fruit. All of them will produce fruit at some point, and all of them were a small investment that will pay me back later on as time goes on. So thanks once again for stopping by. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, and let me know what you think.